Student, welcome. So today I am going to discuss some of the important topics from the chapter number 6, that is Introduction to JavaScript. Already I have finished this lesson. So today I am going to discuss the exercise and some of the important memory bytes. Okay. So first of all, tricky terms, that is variable. So a name stored area where value is stored and retrieved later when required. As you know that variable plays a very important role in any type of computer language, and here in JavaScript also variable played a very important role, as because this is used to store data inside the memory, and we are going to declare the variable for addressing the memory location so that we can store data in it, and whenever we require in near future we can retrieve it. Okay, and we all know that in JavaScript that the var, this keyword is used to declare the variable. After that, reserved words, the word that has specific meaning in JavaScript. Okay, so in any type of computer language there are some specific reserved word. That means the meaning of these words are already explained, and we cannot use this reserved word as variable name. There are lots of reserved words which are used in JavaScript, and the meaning of this word already explained to the computer. Then binary operator that require two operand. That means operand and operator, which I discussed earlier. Operator means the symbol that you use in a particular expression. The plus, this is one of operator, and A plus B, and here the A and B, these are known as operand. Okay, and binary operator which takes two operand. Then unary operator, it takes only one operand, that is A plus plus, A minus minus. These are known as unary operator, because this plus plus operator take one operand. So these are known as unary operator. After that, simple statement. So in a particular language, suppose for example in JavaScript we have two types of such statements. The first one is simple statement. It consists of a single instruction. The simple statement is a simple instruction. It is consists of only one instruction. After that, compound statement, it consists of several instructions grouped in a block. That means whenever we group some interrelated statements or instruction together, and we should put inside the curly bracket open and close, that is known as block, and which is also known as compound statement. Now there are some memory bytes. Quickly look at here. So you can run JavaScript in any web browser, that is Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, Chrome or Opera. That means we can execute or we can open the JavaScript code using any type of web browser, and some of them are the Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, Chrome, etc. The JavaScript statements are placed within the script /script HTML tag on a web page. So we are going to write down the main instruction in between the script tag and the closing script tag. After the script tag has two attributes, one is language, other is type. JavaScript is case sensitive. Okay, it is case sensitive means it distinguishes between the capital letter and the small letter. JavaScript supports many operators: assignment, arithmetic, increment, decrement, comparison, logical, compound, assignment, and conditional operator. So there are lots of operators which are supported by JavaScript, and they are arithmetic operators. We have already discussed about the arithmetic operator. In the arithmetic operator we have plus, minus, division, modulus, and modulus operator. And the logical operator, which are the logical operator, and or not, these are logical operator. Then assignment operator, this simple equal symbol is known as assignment operator, and this operator is basically used to assign a value to a variable. A is equal to 5. That means the value 5 is assigned to a variable a. After that, the 5 arithmetic operator, plus, minus, division, multiplication and modulus. The precedence rule define the order in which operator are applied on operator. So in some expression we have combination of some operator, and here how to treat the operator with equal precedence value. So it is done from left to right, that is the appearance of the operator. Okay. Compound assignment operator perform an arithmetic operation on a variable and store the result value back into the variable. Okay, compound statement, these are used to store suppose C is equal to plus C. This means the value that is add to the C and again store inside the same variable, that is C. Okay. After that, the increment and decrement operator, as we know that there are two types of special operator. There are the plus and this minus. This is known as increment operator and the decrement operator, minus. So increment operator add a additional 1 to the variable, and decrement operator always decrease, that is subtract 1 from the variable. Comparison and logical operators result in one of the true values, true and false. So whenever we are going to compare and we are going to put some logical comparison, then it can give us two values. It may be of 1 or it may be of 0. That means true or false. The NOT operator is a unary operator, whereas and OR operators and binary operators. The conditional operator evaluates an expression returning a value after question mark if the expression is true, or the value after is true if the expression is false. Okay, so whenever you use the conditional operator, so question mark is true. So here we write down some statement after evaluating the condition. If the condition is true, then the computer going to display the statement that is after the question mark, and if the condition evaluate to false, it is going to display the statement that is after the is to symbol. After that, the promote box is used to take the input from the user. So sometimes we require some input from the user at the time of execution. So here we are going to use the promote dialog box that help us to ask some input from the user at the time of program execution. If statement is used to test a condition and transfer the control to a particular statement depending upon the value of the condition. So if statement, it is a conditional statement, and this is basically used to put some condition, and we all know that if condition only execute the program if and if only the condition is true. Okay, so if the condition becomes false, then it is going to terminate the program as it is. That means no answer will be displayed on the screen. After that, if statement has different form. So we have different form of if statement. So they are if, then if else, and if else if. Okay, so if else, as I told you that the if statement only execute whenever the condition is true. Okay, so if you group the if statement with else part, then it is helpful to display the answer or some output on the screen in if the condition become false. Now after that, the if else if. So if else if, this statement is basically used whenever we have multiple condition in the program. So we cannot treat using the if else statement multiple conditions. So we to handle the multiple condition in a JavaScript program, we can use the if else if statement in the program. Okay. So now I am going to discuss the exercise that is from page number 125. So, objective type question, fill in the blanks. So, question number 1A. The dash box is used to display information to the user. So, what box is you use in JavaScript to display the display information to the user? So, that is promote box. Okay. Question number B. The dash is a storage area where value is stored and retrieved when required. So, there is a, in computer, we are going to declare some thing where we are going to store value, and whenever we require it, we can retrieve it. Okay, so what is the answer? So, answer is variable. So, a variable is a storage area where value is stored and retrieved when required. After that, question number 1C, the dash operator find out the remainder. Okay, as you know, in arithmetic operator we have a special operator that is known as modulus. So, modulus operator, this operator is used to show the remainder or find out the remainder of a division operation. After that, 1D, the dash operator is a unary operator. So, plus plus operator, it is a unary operator, or minus minus, this is also a unary operator. Okay. Then 1E, the dash operator use question mark and colon character. So, what condition uses question mark and a colon? That is conditional operator. Okay. Now move to the page number 126. Question number 2. Write true or false. Question number 2A. The semicolon at the end of the statement, simple statement in JavaScript is mandatory. So, is it mandatory to use the semicolon after the end of simple statement in JavaScript? Is it true or false? Okay, it is false. After that, 2B, in JavaScript, marks and marks are treated as the same variable. So, in your book, the first mark is written using capital letter, the second variable name marks is written using small letter. So, are treated as the same variable. No, this is false, as because JavaScript is a case sensitive language, so that it is going to treat the marks in capital letter differently and marks variable in small letter differently. After the 2C, a simple statement must be enclosed in braces. False. Simple statement is not enclosed in between braces. A compound statement consists of several instructions grouped in block. Yes, this is true. So in a compound statement we have many statements together, and these statements are grouped inside these curly brackets, and this is known as block. After that, question number 3. Multiple choice question 3A. Which one is an individual invalid variable name in JavaScript? So invalid. So that one is question. Now invalid one is one employee name, as because employee name is a variable name, and variable name cannot start with a digit. So here the digit 1 is placed before the employee name, so it is an invalid name. After that, B, a block of statement is enclosed within, answer is open curly bracket and close curly bracket, that is question option number 2. The statement then D, I am going to skip the question number C because it is belongs from the switch case statement, and move to the question number D, that is dash take a number as input from the user. So this is promote box. Which one of this is not an arithmetic operator? The answer is number 2. This operator is not inside the arithmetic operator. F double equal is a relational operator. So this is a double equal symbol. This is known as relational operator. Okay, student. So these are the multiple choice question given in your book. Now move to the descriptive type question. So I am going to explain it for you. So first descriptive question 1A. What are the 3 data types in JavaScript? So what are the 3 data types in the JavaScript? The data type that are used in JavaScript are numbers, that is example 453, 98.12, etc. After that string, and all of you remember that string are put inside the double quotation mark. Then boolean, and boolean data type always consists of true or false value. After that, how will you declare variable subject 1, subject 2 and subject 3 in JavaScript? SUB, that is the short form of subject. So how can you declare a variable SUB1, SUB2, SUB3? Okay, so here what to do for declaring the variable? You just write down the keyword var. So var, give a space, after that you write down the variable and give a comma operator in between them. So this is how you can declare this variable in JavaScript. Then question number C. Name the different form of if statement. So as you know that there are different, we have different form of if statement. The first one is if, the second one is if else, and the third one is if else if. These are the different forms of if statements. Name the 3 logical operators. So what are the logical operators we have in JavaScript? So the first one is and symbolically this is represent like this. Then OR operator and not operator. So these are the logical operators. Write the statement equivalent to A plus plus and A minus minus. Okay. So A plus plus. So equivalent statement of this is A plus equal to A. This is the equivalent statement of A plus plus, then A minus minus, A minus equal A. So this is the equivalent statement of A plus plus and A minus minus. After that, write the shorthand form of the following. A equal to A plus 15 and the second one is B equal to B plus 1. Okay. So here A plus equal to A. And the shorthand method of this is, you can write B plus plus, as because here additional 1 is added to here. Okay, so there are lots of additional methods which can be applied for these statements. Okay, you try it yourself. After the long answer question 2a, explain the two types of comments in JavaScript. So in JavaScript we have comments, and the comments are the additional messages in the code. These are not executed by the these comments are not executed at the time of execution. Okay, so comments are generally written for giving some message in the or give some information about the program. So we have single line comments and multi-line comments. Okay. Then question number B, what are the rules for naming a JavaScript variable? Okay. So the rules for naming a variable. Number 1, the name must be begin with a letter or the underscore character. It should not start with a number. The first character is followed by letter, digit or underscore. So that means whenever you are going to declare a variable, you start the variable with a letter, not with a symbol or a digit. The second one is, it should not be a reserved word. Okay, so there are some reserved words which is also known as keyword, which meanings are already explained to the computer. So that the reserved word has some specific meaning, so that you cannot use them as a variable name. You cannot have space in a variable name. Suppose total marks. So if you want to define this as a variable name, you cannot give gap between the total and the marks. So you better put an underscore between them to join these two words. After that, JavaScript is a case sensitive, does the example name and name, so that be careful at the time of variable declaration, because if you declare a name, any name in small letter, and you declare a another variable name in capital letter, then it distinguishes between them, as because this is a case sensitive language. After that, these are the rules. After that, move to the question number D, 2D. What is the difference between a simple and compound statement? So, simple statement, it is consists of one statement only, and these are not put inside braces. Okay, and the compound statement, this is consists of multiple statements, and these are grouped together, and which is also known as block, and these are generally put inside a brace, curly bracket opening and close. These are the difference between the simple and the compound statement. Explain the working of conditional operator with an example. So student, for giving the answer of this question, you better write down a program, and after that you write down how the conditional operator give you the result based on the condition that you put in the example program. Okay, so you try yourself. There is a program in your book also, you can try it also, and after that you write down the answer. Okay student, so these are the different type of questions belongs to this introduction to JavaScript program lesson. So I think all of you clear. So if you have any doubts, then you can clear it in the doubt clearance class. Okay, and you can also call me. So you try yourself. Okay, and that's all for today. Thank you.